Big news just dropped from Bloomberg and it's shaking up the finance world. They've made a bold prediction. XRP could soar to an unbelievable $60,000. This eye-catching forecast came straight from one of Bloomberg's own advisors, who described XRP as the Bitcoin of the banking sector. What's more, Bloomberg's team of business experts has backed up this claim, adding serious weight to the discussion. So we're not talking about wild guesses here. This is coming from a highly respected source. The excitement around XRP's potential leap to $60,000 is building fast. Ripple itself has publicly stated its mission to make XRP the #1 cryptocurrency for banks, just like Bitcoin is for the general market. And these aren't whispers or unconfirmed reports. We're talking about official statements made live on air by a Bloomberg advisor. But that's not all. Ripple has just sealed a huge deal with the International Swaps and Derivatives Association (ISDA). This partnership aims to use the XRP ledger for processing a mind-blowing $1.2 quadrillion in transactions. Yes, you heard that right. $1.2 quadrillion. Experts suggest that to handle this kind of volume, XRP's price might need to sit around $10,000 each. We're diving deep into all of this in today's jam-packed video. What's up, CoinGraph family? Your go-to place for the latest XRP news is back again. Before we get rolling, do me a quick favor, smash that like button, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss a thing. Plus, we've got an exciting XRP giveaway lined up as soon as we hit 13,000 subscribers. Entering is super simple, just follow 3 easy steps. And don't forget to drop a hashtag #MoneySide in the comments to lock in your spot. Today we're breaking down Bloomberg's explosive prediction that XRP might hit an astonishing $60,000 sooner than anyone expected. Let's start by looking at Ripple's massive new partnerships and the huge impact they could have on the financial world. Earlier in the video, we briefly mentioned the International Swaps and Derivatives Association (ISDA) and Ripple's huge goal of managing over $1.2 quadrillion. But honestly, that's just scratching the surface. So far we've focused mainly on what's happening in Europe and North America, but Ripple's reach goes way beyond those regions. One area that deserves more attention is Africa, where Ripple is making bold moves. Through its partnership with Us.Thankx, Ripple is working to completely transform how cross-border payments are handled across the continent, and it's not stopping there. This effort is designed to connect Africa with other major regions too. Picture smooth, instant payments not just within African countries but also between Africa and places like the Gulf Cooperation Council nations, the UK and Australia, all powered by Ripple's advanced technology. This kind of global payment network is groundbreaking, and in today's video we're diving into all the exciting details. Let's unpack what this really means. Now, shifting gears back to Bloomberg, a heavyweight in financial news, they've often spotlighted Bitcoin's rise, but even more interestingly, they keep hinting that XRP might actually outperform Bitcoin. This isn't just a one-time thing, it's a storyline they keep circling back to, especially with their eye-catching $60,000 prediction for XRP. Some of you might think this is brand new buzz, but it's actually been floating around for a while. For example, Bard.ai confirmed something fascinating. Forbes once ran an article titled "The New Bitcoin is XRP" and it's headed to $59,472. But here's the twist. It was mysteriously taken down just minutes after being published. This isn't just a random rumor. Multiple AI tools, including ChatGPT and others, have verified that this article did exist. What's really interesting is how these different reports line up. Both Bloomberg's analysis and the removed Forbes piece highlight a similar outlook for XRP, an outlook that suggests XRP might not just compete with Bitcoin but could actually leap ahead. That's a big deal, especially when you remember Bitcoin's all-time high was around $60,000. When top financial sources start pointing in the same direction, it definitely grabs attention, and that's exactly what's happening with XRP right now. The predictions from trusted outlets like Bloomberg and briefly from Forbes are adding real weight to the conversation about XRP's future value. But let's dig deeper. Why are such well-known names making these bold claims? This isn't just hype or empty talk. It's a sign of growing trust in the digital currency space and in XRP's unique role within it. The real story lies in understanding where XRP fits into the crypto world. Unlike Bitcoin, which is mainly viewed as digital gold or a way to store value, XRP is carving out its space as a powerhouse for cross-border payments. Ripple's partnerships and constant tech upgrades are focused on one thing: making international payments quicker, cheaper, and way more efficient. In a world where global trade is more important than ever, that's a game changer. XRP's backbone, Ripple's blockchain tech, is built to scale fast and handle huge transaction volumes with incredible speed. This solves some of the major problems Bitcoin faces, like slower transaction times and limited scalability. That's why XRP isn't just appealing to regular crypto investors, it's catching the eye of big financial institutions too. Banks and financial firms are always looking for ways to move money faster and cheaper, and XRP offers a practical solution. So when you hear these predictions of XRP hitting $60,000 or even more, it's not just a random number tossed out to grab headlines. It's based on the real potential XRP has to shake up the global financial system. This is about XRP evolving from just another cryptocurrency into a powerful tool that could transform the way money moves across the world. And there's more. The fact that both Bloomberg and Forbes, even though Forbes's article was quickly pulled down, have made similar claims is part of a bigger pattern. Ripple's smart partnerships and rapid tech progress are driving a lot of this excitement. That short-lived Forbes article, later confirmed by Bard AI and other verification tools, might have been retracted, but it's still an important piece of the puzzle, showing how XRP keeps grabbing serious attention in the finance world. This isn't just a one-off incident. We're spotting a clear pattern where big financial news outlets, those closely tied to the industry's biggest players, release explosive stories about cryptocurrencies like XRP, only to pull them back shortly after. It really makes you wonder, why are these articles disappearing, and why is there such eerie silence afterward? And it's not just Forbes caught in this strange dance. Remember the bold statement from that Bloomberg advisor about XRP. Even though it was broadcast and confirmed, it almost feels like there's a quiet push to downplay or even erase that information from public view. We keep seeing XRP reports vanish, creating a cycle of hush-hush behavior. Naturally, this raises eyebrows. What's really going on behind closed doors? Why does it seem like discussions about XRP are being buried before they gain momentum? A perfect case in point is BlackRock's filing of the iShares XRP Trust ETF. That move should have been front-page news across every major financial site. After all, when a heavyweight like BlackRock steps into the XRP space, it's a big deal. But instead of getting the spotlight it deserved, the story got swept under the rug, just another part of this growing pattern of secrecy and silence. This kind of information wipeout leaves us with more questions than answers. Why work so hard to keep the public in the dark about key developments in crypto, especially when it involves XRP? Things took an even stranger turn when we started seeing multiple confirmations about BlackRock's XRP involvement, only for those reports to be dismissed later as false. But here's the thing, credible sources like the Delaware state government's own news site clearly confirmed that a BlackRock advisor